Streets 105.1 Dsmoovee, voice of the streets on your airways right now, man. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in. Of course, it's Friday. We back from the 5 to 8:30 p.m. slot. If you locked in right now, man, show some love to me, man. Go ahead and tap in with me on Voice of the Streets Radio. That's the official radio page to see all the interviews, see all the dope people that I have coming up in the building with me. Look, today, man, I got my brother Aaron from the Ferguson Youth Initiative up here to talk about one of the dopest brunches that's coming up. Actually, it's tomorrow, man. So, brother Aaron, man, introduce yourself to the world. Let them know who you are. Let them know what you do, man.
What's up? I'm Aaron Harris. I'm the executive director from the Ferguson Youth Initiative. I've been there 6 years. Tomorrow is our 13th annual fundraiser brunch. We were started in 2010 to give teens a voice. As of 13 years here later, we've expanded to giving teens a voice in the Ferguson Ferguson community and the surrounding areas.
Absolutely. So, man, let me ask you this. Let's go back to the start, man. Where did this initiative start from?
So, and I wish I could take credit, but I was nowhere in sight. The Ferguson Youth Initiative took place from the community deciding to give the teens a voice. They realized that they had programming for younger youth and programming for older adults, but nothing for the teens. And if I can kind of fast forward, when I got there, when I interviewed for this opportunity to work with the Ferguson Youth Initiative, one of the things that impressed me was in my interview, there were teens there with me. So teens were actually interviewing me and asking me questions.
I was talking to you?
Exactly. And I've worked with teens in St. Louis since 2008. So I was really impressed because I've seen people say, hey, this is a teen event, and then they give the teens a script to read. And it's like, it's not really the teens' words, it's an adult words, but the teens is reading them. And I was really impressed with being in that interview. The teens were like, these were their words and their questions and their concerns as far as how would I help the Ferguson Youth Initiative transcend. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm there, and that's one of the reasons why I'm still there, because we're still saying, hey teens, you guys have great ideas about what you need. You don't need people older than you telling you what you need and what you want to do. And that's one of the reasons why I'm still there. So
absolutely. So, brother Aaron, what actually brought you to the Ferguson Youth Initiative, and actually what keeps you there too?
If I can keep it totally honest,
please do. You ain't got.
Keep it 1,000, keep it a stack, whatever. If I can keep it totally honest, what brought me there was, again, it was one of the first spaces where I saw teens actually expressing their ideas. And adults saying, okay, these are your ideas. We're going to work to bring those ideas to light. What keeps me there is no day is the same. And if I can say anything about the teens that we currently have within our program, I can say that all of them are sharp. All of them have great ideas. All of them have great passions. And I feel like it's my duty or my marching orders to bring those passions to the forefront.
I love it because I seen a little bit of the Ferguson Youth Initiative. Now, I didn't know it was that, but I kind of got a little bit of a background on it. And you guys have been doing a lot of work in the community with youth. So, what's your most memorable event or memory that you have with them, man?
Most memorable?
Yeah. So I ain't gonna ask you your favorite, because then you gonna leave out. You gonna choose one of the kids, and one of the kids gonna be mad at you.
So let me not say most. The most recent, let me not say most memorable, most recent thing we did was we partnered with Mentors in Motion.
Okay, shout out to I can't think of that brother's name, but
I see you,
yeah,
Mr. Pitts, Miss Tef Deasy. We partnered with them to do a music video. We did like the
Orlando
music
Pitts,
program.
yeah.
So our teens wrote a song out, and they filmed a video, and that's like the most recent thing we've done. Most memorable, or the one that keeps me going back every time and thinking about it, is our job readiness program. When we started our job readiness program, we partnered with SSM Health and a couple other area employers, and the first class we had like 20 kids.
Yeah.
And I was telling the teens, hey, I'm here to help you get employed. And one young lady, her name was Kawanda. She says, how do I know that you're going to be here tomorrow? She's like, in 2014 happened, everybody came here in Ferguson and told us everything they was going to do, and I never saw them again. And at that point, I looked at her and I said, I don't know what they did, but
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
them.
be here.
But I ain't them. Yeah.
6 years later, I'm still 7 years later. It's 2023, so I'm still here, and I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. I'm still just trying to empower teens to make sure that the world is ready for them. Not that they're ready for the world is ready for them. Because that's how I look at it.
Shout out to you, and shout out to the young lady who challenged you to actually stay there and hold to your word. Exactly. and be there. Exactly. So because that doesn't happen too often, where a teen lets you know or voices their opinion about the mentorship or who they want to be there with them. You know what I'm saying? That's real dope. Like, that's real incredible. Going back to the top, man, I want to know, like, the Ferguson Youth Initiative. Run it down for me, man. What are all the things that you guys offer?
Wow. So the Ferguson Youth Initiative, our main program, our key program is our Youth Advisory Board. The Youth Advisory Board works with Ferguson City Council to plan events and activities. So let's say one of our teens, I'm going to use his name, Darius Turner. Darius Turner may want to do, hey, Mr. Aaron, I want to do a poetry contest with the teens in the community. City Council will take that back to the big City Council meeting and say, hey, Darius Turner wants to do a poetry contest. How can we help him? And that gets the city behind Darius. And Darius is like, okay, Mr. Aaron, I need this and this and this. I need chips, I need pizza, I need waters. And then we go out and try to make sure he has his chips, pizzas, and waters, and make sure that he has the sound system and everything he needs for his poetry contest. Another program we have is our job readiness program, which I just mentioned. We just recently did mock interviews with Sonnen and Schnooks, and we had our teams come in and do interviews with them. We're expanding into esports, so on May 12th, we're hosting a Mortal Kombat 11 tournament at Gamers Island.
Yeah, I want that.
It's a belt. We got a belt on the line. We got cash prizes. We got BGG Foundation come by.
Shout out to BGG Foundation, man, and Rob brother for doing this thing, man.
So yeah, we got Rob is good people. So we got them stopping by. And we got our after school program still stands is our biggest attraction. It's Fridays from 3 to 6, and teens can come by. We have free snacks, free waters. We will order food. They killing my pockets with food, man. We started
of course, man.
We started off doing this like wings and pizzas, and like we even expanded. They ordering hamburgers and cheese.
Hey man, look, I need wings and pizza. Like, let me know. I ain't know that.
So, you know what? And I'm glad you said that, man. Like, I'm the only employee. I have 2 volunteers that help me with the after school program. But if you know anybody who wants to volunteer and come by, I'm looking for someone who is feminine presenting to come by and say, hey, hang out with the young ladies. Because right now it's me and 2 other men, and we have a lot of young ladies that could use some words of encouragement, some words of empowerment. So I
definitely got somebody for you in mind that would definitely volunteer for you, brother. So I'm gonna definitely reach out to her and let her know, like, yeah, it's some incredible opportunities that's waiting for her. Going back to the Ferguson Youth Initiative, man, and before we get to the brunch, I want to talk to you about, now that you have this wealth of young adults and young leaders that you're raising, what are some of the principles that you give to them on a daily basis every time you see them, man?
Honestly, man, I tell them stuff that I wish I listened to.
Yeah,
I wish I listened to myself the way I talk to the team.
I'm like that too.
But
straight up,
I tell them keep pushing for your dreams. Like I was talking to you guys earlier about the young lady Naya who wants to be on Broadway one day. You know, I can tell her keep pushing for your dreams. Like as of right now, you're 13 years old. We can have fun with Coca. We can have fun with the Fox 10 auditions. But keep pushing for your dreams. I tell them all, keep going. Like I can find you a job that's easy unless you use this job to finance whatever that dream is.
Yeah.
So definitely try to teach them respect of everybody. Not, everybody doesn't look like you, everybody doesn't act like you, everybody doesn't have the same beliefs as you, but still respect and love those people. And most of all, be yourself, be your authentic self. We bring people in from different political backgrounds, different financial backgrounds. They come in and see the kids. Be yourself. I don't want you to be anybody else. Dress how you gonna dress. Talk how you going to talk. We're gonna be respectful. We're gonna use good diction. I think that's the word, but still be yourself. So, really be yourself. Chase your dreams, and I got your back the whole way through. I still have teens from when I started in 2016 who are now 21, 22, 23 years old, and they reach out to me, hey, Mr. Ern, I need a reference letter. Hey, I got this going on in my adult life. And I'm like, okay, bet I got you. So yeah, once you walk through that door, the Ferguson Youth Initiative, I got you throughout.
So man, look, brother, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Go ahead.
So me just learning about your work and me getting introduced to you by way of shout out to Just Live.
Hey, Jess.
You doing some of the most important work.
Thank you, man.
Right now for people in the country, bro. Like that's sensational. Like that's honestly that's next level. That's top tier. Not a lot of people can invest into our young leaders like that and our babies like that to actually get them to listen. So, brother, like if you need anything, if you need me to come talk to them, if you need me to come show up, if you need me to come do something, right, you got like. So I'm gonna give you my number. We exchange numbers at the end of this, but definitely like honestly, because that's the most important thing is that when you can teach somebody the lessons that you wish somebody taught you, or that you wish that you learned, or wish that you had, or wish that you picked up when you were their age, and they hearing it from you, and they picking it up and they learning from you, and they know they have a confidant or somebody that a shoulder they can lean on besides their mom or their dad. That's huge, bro.
So and I'm gonna keep it a bean. When I came in, you was showing me the jeans.
Yeah.
And you was like, I'm a brand ambassador. My first thought was, I got a kid named Eric who wants to do his own fashion line, and like he has all these drawings about different like styles of clothes, but I'm like, who can I link him with? Okay. That can bring those to life. Like it looks great on paper, but it's gonna look great on fabric. Yeah. So yeah, those are like, and I hate this. That's kind of how I live my life. When I'm talking to people,
you gotta
like,
connect.
I'm thinking like, okay,
yeah, what team can I put them? What team can I put them with?
Exactly.
That's how you motivate somebody. Like I'm always looking for that next opportunity to make sure I can help somebody else in that space, because you never know what kind of connection you make with this person that can help this other person that you finna meet. So man, look, brother, like I said, you got me. Like in any way I can help, even if it's indirectly, let me know. So, man, getting to now the big main the piece of this, man. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about the brunch that you got coming up tomorrow, man, for the Ferguson Youth Initiative, man.
So the brunch tomorrow, it starts at 11 a.m. It's at 1050 Smith Ave in Ferguson. Ferguson Community Center has an event space. We're gonna open up the STEAM Middle School 8th grade jazz band. We'll be playing for 20 minutes. I've heard they're great. So they're gonna play for 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then Jalen Bloodsaw, a local young entrepreneur, is gonna be our MC. From there on, you're gonna have performances from our youth. Zoria Easterling, she's an 8th grader, great on the piano. Naya Ross sings, and she's gonna sing. Zoria's gonna accompany Naya. Darius Turner will sing. Catering will be done by Elicious. So yeah, man, like keeping it community, but still keeping it teens at the center.
Yeah, you letting them lead, mm-hmm. and you giving them an opportunity to put on for their community. And I gotta ask you, man, like what's that moment feel like for you when you seeing them up on the stage and you seeing them produce their own things, and you seeing them like you seeing the impact that they having on the community just by being themselves, and you're helping them by giving them that stage.
You know, I come from a different generation.
Yeah.
So I come from that. If we can take it to sports, Michael Jordan, Kobe era.
Yeah.
So when I see them on stage living their dreams, I'm like, that's great. But then in the back of my mind, I'm looking at the room, I'm like, okay, now how can I get this one over this other youth to trust me to get them there? Whatever it is, if it's not entertainment, if it's just getting to college, if it's just getting a job, how can I get this other youth to trust me to get them to where this other team is at? And that's literally my wife hates it. She's like, well, you gotta enjoy your victories. I'm like, yeah, it was a victory, but I still got 2 or 3
still got more work to do.
I gotta come through. That I need to come back and come through. And so yeah, man, it's great. But then I also like I will see them, and then I'll look over them like, okay, I need those 3 to understand. I got you.
You chasing them rings, man, and I love it, because that's true greatness, man. Is I'm trying to pour into our babies, man, into our young leaders, and the fact that you're doing that by any means possible and connecting with people, because honestly, you know you can't do everything, exactly. but you know that if I make this connection with this person, they can help this part. They can help this young leader. They can help this young man or this young lady to become what they want to and manifest what they want to do, man. So, man, shout out to you, brother, man. One more time, I need you to let people know about the brunch. Is it available to buy tickets? How can we support? Give me all the information.
Tickets will be available at the door. If you can't make tickets will be available at the door starting at 10:30 a.m. If you can't make it tomorrow, you can always find us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. You can find us on there, see any of our upcoming events. If you want to come by and hang out with you, just see what we got going on. You can always stop by the website, click the donate link, whatever you want to do, however you want to help us support our youth in Ferguson and the surrounding communities. You're always invited by anybody, as long as it's positive and constructive and can help them get to their next step in life, whatever it is. You're always welcome. I
got a personal question for you before you go, man. Getting into the space of mentorship, did you see yourself doing this when you were growing up, or when you were doing when you was trying to figure out your path? Did you ever see yourself doing what you're doing now?
So no, I really didn't. I was supposed to be a sports agent. I
was
supposed to be a sports agent and marry Serena, and Serena's gonna live happy.
You gonna say that to your wife? Oh, your wife gonna see.
She knows it.
Oh, okay,
I told her about this. This is before I met my wife.
All right. As long as she ain't gonna say that.
In all honesty, man, I started working with the Urban League, and I met a man named Everett Stuckey, and Mr. Stuckey was awesome. And in my life, I feel like I've been handed off. So, like, I met Mr. Stuckey, and he was awesome. And I worked for the Urban League summer program for like 2 or 3 years. Mm-hmm. And then I met Halbert Sullivan, the leader of the Fathers.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Father's Family and shout out to Urban League. Yeah.
So I met Mr. Sullivan, and he kind of took that father figure role. He was like one of the only men who I felt like anytime he opened his mouth, I gotta listen. And so yeah, man, I didn't see it happening, but like the more of those people get in your corner, it's like, okay, I'm doing something right, and these people are leading me, so I can lead the other ones. You know what I mean? That's not that missing link. So yeah,
I love it, man. One more time, man. Let people know how they can follow you, how they can tap into the Ferguson Youth Initiative, how they can get in touch with you, how they can donate, and how they can support, brother.
So you can donate. You can go to www.fyfergyouth.org. You can come by Facebook. We're on our Ferguson Youth Initiative. We're on Instagram as FYI Ferg Teens. We're on Twitter. We're on TikTok as FYI Teens. We're at 106 Church Street, right next door to Ferguson Community Center. Right next door to Ferguson City Hall. And you can come by there with our Fridays 3 to 6. Third Friday of the month we go over to Ferguson Community Center, play basketball, work out, play video games, however you want to be in contact with us. You can always shoot us an email at info@fyfergyouth.org. However, man. Anyway.
Absolutely, man. And then tomorrow is the brunch. Make sure I get there. Make sure I get them tickets. Make sure you support the youth. And make sure you go empower somebody. Go empower one of them, man. Go tell one of them like they doing what they need to do, and they are being leaders in that culture, man, and in this world, man. So big shout out to you, brother Aaron, man. Look, let me know, man. Like I said, we're gonna exchange numbers and do all that off air. But make sure y'all tap in with that brunch, man, and make sure you tap in with the Ferguson Youth Initiative, man. Look, and make sure you go into the YouTube, subscribe right now. It's On the Streets 314. All you got to do is hit that link, man, so you can make sure you tap in with me. I need y'all to go subscribe because I need my subscribers to go way up. All right, it's Streets 105.1 Dsmoovee, voice of the streets. I'm out. Peace.